Welcome back. It's me out of this world burrito, and we are potentially reaching Elder status today with my Jedi. So after defeating Malachi, we automatically got the quest, the Old Path, and find the mysterious voice. And I went in here earlier to take some screenshots. So I progressed it, but we're going to see some system messages from this voice, and we're going to need to follow it. So there it is. You hear a mysterious voice that says, "Come with me," and you do hear the audio of what it sounds like somebody saying, "Come with me" in the game. Might be a little faint, but that's more due to my specific settings. All right, well, I'm going to assume... Let's go right. We did get an update this way. Let's go to this room that we haven't been to yet. That'd be my immediate guess. Yeah, we did get another update going down this hallway. So this is the only room of the temple we have yet to enter, which we can see there are force-sensitive individuals wandering around, and it's cool, like, spec ceiling, it's high arches. It's a very moody room. If you look at the overhead map, it's quite the layout as well. And yeah, we got more whispers through the forest, so I think we're going the right way. You see some interesting design on the wall. That might be important. And we have this large relic here. But now the question is, what do? Do I need to use force vision? No. Oh, wait. Whoa. I don't know if Force Vision did that or just me walking over here did that, but this portal just opened up. It does look like the portal from one of the Star Wars TV shows if you watch the Star Wars TV shows. Maybe it's late for spoilers, but if you know, you know. Let's click on it. All right, it looks like we've... oh, yep, definitely looks like something from some of the Star Wars TV shows. So that's neat. That's neat. Good callbacks. Pretty cool room. It's kind of like... whoa. A mysterious glowing orb. It says, "You've entered a realm beyond space, beyond time." Yeah? You are permitted to walk the path. Viewers still understand what they seek. To find what you desire, you must reach the end. Only there will the truth reveal itself. But tread carefully, for along the way, the Force may show you echoes, reflections of what was and what will be. Memories, visions of the past, the future, fragments of the galaxy's story. Do not fear them. Observe, listen. When the time is right, all will become clear. So that was in spatial chat. You don't see those text boxes because I have that turned off for my settings, but it's appearing in my chat. And there goes the light orb. Come back. Wow, this chamber is really big. It's like there are some sparkly things at the dead ends. It also low-key reminds me of like Halo 1 when they have holograms of the Halo ring up. like in Silent Cartographer in the cartography room. That's just my boomer shooter brain though. Don't worry about it. Yo, that one out there is really wiggly. I'm gonna get sick writing that one. Let's interact with this purple thing, though. If I can interact with it. Whoa. Leia Organa says, "General Kenobi, years ago you served my father in the Clone Wars. Now he begs you in his struggle against the Empire. I regret that I am unable to present my father's request to you in person, but my ship has fallen under attack, and I'm afraid my mission to bring you to Alderaan has failed. I have placed information vital to the survival of the rebellion into memory of this R2 unit. My father will know how to retrieve it. You must see this droid safely delivered to him on Alderaan. This is our desperate hour. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope." Wow, so they're reenacting scenes from the film. And they likely pull this hallway from the ship. Whoa. That's neat. There it goes. It reminds me of the portals that appear in this is gonna be a deep cut. Star Fox Adventures Above the World. If you know, you know. All right. So it looks like I am looking for those fragments of memory. Looks like I passed one, so let me go back. Oh, looks like that's the portal that I entered from down there, too. All right, so this was the first one that I missed, which is, oh, it's Luke and Darth Vader. Darth Vader says, "Luke, you do not yet realize your importance. You've only begun to understand your power. Join me and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy." And then Luke Skywalker says, "I'll never join you." Darth says, if you only knew the power of the dark side, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. Luke says, he told me enough. He told me you killed him. Darth Vader says, no, I am your father. And then Luke says, no, of course. No. That's not true. I'm not as good as Mark Hamill, everybody. This is as good as you're going to get. That's impossible. Darth says, search your feelings. You know it to be true. Then Luke, of course, screams, no. God, I hope there's an animation of him falling. It just disappears. That's okay. That was a good reuse of the Bespin platform, because you can go to that platform on Bespin where that encounter happens. So you go on Legends for making the best use of this. So I don't think there's something at the end of this, but I want to see if I can run up the ramp. I'm just curious. Like this doesn't. I don't think this goes anywhere, but can I like it probably just works like a normal like hill does. Yeah, you can get it basically up to where it's almost completely vertical, and then you're just up here. That makes sense. I mean, you gotta admit, the blue effect, I mean, obviously they took it from the shows that this appears in, but it does remind me of the Force Bridges from the first Halo game. Sorry, I'm just programmed that way. No, so I do have game audio on. The music is turned down, but it's just void noises. So if there is any background music, I'll call it out, like I have been, but so far it's pretty quiet in here. All right, let's come up to what I think will be our third vision. There they are. Han Solo, aren't you afraid of the Empire is going to find out about this little operation shut you down? Lando says, that's always been a danger looming like a shadow over anything we've built here, but things have developed that will ensure security. I've just made a deal that will keep the Empire out of here forever. Wow, they even got Han doing the shot to Darth and Boba Fett in the corner near the extra tables. Get him, Han. Hey, you got Darth Vader raising his hand. Wow. This room is also on the Bespin platform if you wish to visit it. Darth, of course, says, we would be honored if you would join us. And then Boba Fett actually slides over. Lando says, I had no choice. They arrived right before you did. I'm sorry. And yeah, you got the stormtroopers showing up behind him. Han Solo says, I'm sorry, too. Dang, this is a lot of scripting. Good job, guys. There was a lot of work to remake these scenes. I agree. Seeing these scenes played on Star Wars Galaxies feels somewhat novel, and it makes sense with the setting and what's going on if you're familiar with the area that we are in, canonically speaking. It's kind of neat. It's like having my Barbie dolls come to life. Or I guess in this case, it's Kenner action figures, but you get what I mean. Okay, it looks like this path just goes down and then misaligns, so I don't think we can go that way. So let's try our fourth vision. It's Luke on Dagobah. Luke says, I can't, it's too big. Yoda says, size matters not. Don't take this conversation out of context. Yoda says, look at me. Judge me by my size, do you? And where you should not, for my ally is the Force, and the powerful ally it is. Yeah, hey, that's a pretty good Yoda model. Look at that. It's life. Yoda says life creates it, makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us and binds us. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. You must feel the Force around you, here between you, me, the tree, the rock, everywhere. I think this is this Yoda's house, but like on the backside. So again, smart use of assets. Luke says, "You want the impossible." Is there gonna be like an X-wing that appears? That'd be so funny. No, that was just the end of the scene before Yoda lifts it out. All right, here's our next vision. Whoa, the YT flew in here. Is that the Millennium Falcon? Oh, they're getting shot. Run! Some of them even die. Very cool. Go, Chewbacca. Yeah, this is the end of the the Cloud City segment when they're all escaping together on the Millennium Falcon, it looks like. Cover at R2. Lando says, Leia, go. And there she goes. And then some of them are targeting Lando, and some I think are just shooting the Millennium Falcon. And there he goes. Can I go? No. Aw. There they go. Whoa, right through me. Womp. Looks like it ran into the ceiling on the way out, but it's all right. They made it, I think. Yep, there they go. That was fun. Reminds you of the Web Weaver Pass. Yeah, I could see that with the overhead map, and just because the Web Weaver Pass, while you're running across tree limbs and like elevated hills, it is basically lines of corridors. I hope I don't slip off. I think we're fine. We got some pretty good terrain negotiation. Oh yeah, 65? That's Jedi business. Too bad it's still lower than Commandos and Spies. Alright, so it looks like the path to my right just falls into the pit. It looks a little dangerous, and so does that one, but it looks like we have another vision over here. How is this not a future pod racing circuit? I don't know. Be the dev you want to be. You make that pod racing circuit. Looks like we are on the bridge. And Darth Vader is telling his bounty hunters what's good. There will be a substantial reward for the one who finds the Millennium Falcon. You are free to use any methods necessary, but I want them alive. No disintegrations, the Boba Fett says as you wish. I don't know where the rest of the Imperials are. I guess they're not important to the vision. Oh, Mysterious Orb is back. What do you got for me? Two paths lie before you. One is clear, the other uncertain. Do not be deceived by what appears unreachable. Are you saying that I can run down this twisty path? The Force reveals the way to all those who trust it. Even when the road twists, bends, or seems impossible, walk on. You are not alone. Okay, but I want to see all the visions, so I'm probably going to go down every road. And yep, it goes that way. Are you going to... Yep, just disappear. So that way, I don't think we can get up. That way leads to vision. We'll go back to the twisty one. The twisty one's easy to remember, so we'll save that one for later. Actually, the twisty one might lead to a dead end, so I'll probably go back for it, because I think the exit is that portal over there. That's what that looks like to me, at least. Maybe. Whoa, walked into the other vision. Is this one of the enclaves? Yo, these CTs are swole. Emperor Palpatine, execute Order 66. Aaron... Oh, it's telling you the paths of some of the Jedi we saw in the Light Jedi Temple. Aaron said, evening, troopers. And then he says, what are you doing? Stop this. I don't want to hurt you. What are his stats? 3 million health? Whoa. Aaron says, we have got to get out of here. There are more coming. Maybe that's supposed to be in the Jedi Temple. And they just used a segment from one of the enclaves as the setting piece. Alright, I've decided we're going to take the twisty path, because I think this leads to a dead end. But I want to see all the visions, so maybe this way's faster. If it doesn't, then I'm going to learn. Okay, so I don't actually twist with the path. I just walk down it like normal. I can't imagine how difficult it would be to like rotate the player access with like a rotating floor. That's way too much work. I don't blame the devs for not doing that. I don't think the game engine was designed with that in mind. All right, let's check out what this vision has to teach us. Oh, we're inside the Old Republic facility, and they used it as the setting for the Qui-Gon Jinn versus Darth Maul. That makes sense. Yeah, this kind of looks like the room they fight in. Guys, it's Liam Neeson in Star Wars Galaxies. That's pretty close. You work with what you got. Man, are they gonna put a hole in him? Nah, he just dies. And Darth Maul gets back into his spawn position. Oh, there he goes. All right, here we are in the Jedi Master Chamber. What's supposed to be on Coruscant. Yoda says, allow disappointment lightly, the council does not. Disturbing is the move by the Chancellor Palpatine. Anakin Skywalker says, I understand. Mace Windu, you are on this council. My dad's here. This is my dad. Anakin says, what? Because Mace Windu says, but we not grant you the rank of master. Anakin says, how can you do this? This is outrageous. It's unfair. How can you be on the council but not be a master? Take a seat, young Skywalker. Then he bows. Yeah, pretty close with what you got. Got Anakin Skywalker's cybernetic arm, too. So forgive me, master. You're gonna go sit. Yeah, they modeled out... Oh, there it goes. The other Jedi. That's cool. Alright, here we are in Chancellor Palpatine's office in Coruscant. Again, making best with what you got. This looks to be one of the rooms from, like, Ansari slash Lord Mantel, Nova Rhyme. As Mace Windu with the other Jedi Masters, and it's all canonically appropriate Masters. Let's go! I'm sure they won't die instantly. Supreme Chancellor Palpatine says, Master Windu, I take it General Grievous has been destroyed. I must say, you're here sooner than expected. Mace Windu says, in the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you're under arrest, Chancellor. Are you threatening me, Master Jedi? Ah, they even got the scream in. That's great. Mace Windu says, the Senate will decide your fate. And then, of course, the Chancellor says, I am the Senate. And then Mace Windu says, not yet. It's treason, then. Hey, and look, even Kit Fisto lasts longer than the other two. They even got that right. Good job, guys. Way to be huge nerds. That was fun. This is the last vision on the Twisting Path Road. Are we gonna see Anakin, in the Youngling Chamber? Did someone script that? We're about to find out. Where's Ezra and Ahsoka? Different galaxy. Oh no, it's Rain and Elior in Jabba's kitchen. What are you guys doing? A server bug? I get it. It's a server bug. It's serving food, but it's a bug of the server. That's a fun little Easter egg. And it's doing tricks. Loki says, hey, the customers need their food. What's the holdup? Elior says, where do I put my spatula? Rain says, oh, there's a bug in here. I'll squash it. No, not the server bug. Rude. All right, well, that was a fun little side tangent. All right, so we're back on the other path where we had the crossroads. So if you want to see all of the visions and not have to do a bunch of backtracking, then I would recommend taking the Twisting Path first. Yeah, those are the lyrics, but I think the song's just called Lonely Day. All right, here's our next vision, which looks to be inside a Star Destroyer, and there's Darth Vader. Oh, is he gonna kill Obi-Wan here? Yep, it's the Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader battle. Darth Vader says, I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I met you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. Only a master of evil, Darth, Obi-Wan says. And then they break out in a fight. Is Luke behind me? Nope. Your powers are weak, old man, says Darth Vader. Obi-Wan says, you can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I should become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Oh, there they go. And here we are now with Luke and Palpatine in the Emperor's chamber in episode 6. Palpatine says, good. Your hate has made you powerful. Now fulfill your destiny and take your father's place at my side. Never, says Luke. I'll never turn to the dark side. You failed, Your Highness. I am a Jedi. Like my father before me. Palpatine says, so be it. Jedi. If you will not be turned, you will be destroyed. Wow. Yeah, Vum has now seen into the future. Her powers only grow stronger by the day. I think at that point, he means they'll just make their own machinima rather than remaking these. These scripted sequences probably took a crap load of time, by the way, everybody. Scripting stuff like this in Galaxies is not easy, and it's very prone to failure. I'm sure this went through a lot of testing iterations. All right, let's see what we have for us here. It looks like, oh, now we're reenacting the event. It's me. I'm in the movie now. Malachi, you're here. You're actually here. Oh, my friend, you came to help me. And then I say, of course I did. I'm a Jedi. It's my duty to help people. And Malachi says, yes, a Jedi. How wonderful. Please undo these restraints so we can get out of here. I'm anxious to get away from this forsaken place. Of course, right away, Vum says. Vum says, we should get out of here before the guards know us. But before we go, what's your name? Who are you? I am Malachi, master of the shadows of the Sith, scourge of the Jedi, bane of the light side, and I am free. The village, this galaxy will tremble in my return. And both shall burn. Vom says, no, I won't let you destroy this village, alone in the galaxy. I'll stop you. Malachi says, pathetic whelp. You stand no chance against me. I wield immense power. Allow me to demonstrate. Don't even think about, what are you doing? A simple ritual. You'll merely be rendered unconscious. Consider the fact that I chose to spare your life an act of mercy. My thanks for freeing me, little Jedi. I shall start with revenge against this pathetic village. The power of the dark side shall turn them against one another. They shall be the architects of their own destruction. Well, now we're seeing things that just recently happened. The mysterious glowing orb says, you have walked the hidden paths, listened to the echoes, and remain true to your purpose. What lies beyond this point is not meant for all, only for those who have been chosen by the Force itself. Here, time ends and destiny is revealed. Step through and face what waits in the stillness beyond. And I'm going to wait to pop my buffs, because if I have to fight myself again, I don't want me to have all those buffs. You know, just to be spiteful, I'll even remove my Akaragan buff. All right, let's see where this next portal has to take us. Whoa. This should also look familiar if you've seen a certain animated Star Wars TV show. Just saying. Kind of trippy. Hello, anyone in here? Gamers. Oh, there's the orb. Do I have to follow you over here? And the orb says, the veil lifts, and those who have watched shall now stand before you. Oh shit, it's the wills! It's confusion, sadness. Where's the other ones? There you are. Anger, joy, and serenity. Let's check out those models really fast. Anger, joy, serenity, confusion, sadness. I can speak with them, so I guess I have to talk to each one. Let's start with let's start with anger. Gosh, I am so small, especially compared to these guys. Anger says, the force can be a tempest, raw and untamed. It is easy to be swept away by its fury, but its true strength lies in mastering the storm within. You must choose how to channel its power. Will you let it rule you, or will you control it? When you are ready, seek serenity, for she will show you the consequences of your choices. Ooh, spooky. What about you, sadness? The force has a weight to it, and the burden you carry is not easy to bear. Yet, it is through hardship that the soul grows stronger. In the depths of sorrows, there are lessons that joy cannot teach. When you have learned from the shadows, seek serenity. She will help you find peace in the weight you carry. How about you, confusion? The path before you is unclear, shrouded in uncertainty. The force does not always reveal itself with clarity, and neither does your destiny. Trust in the journey and allow for the fog to clear at its own time. When you are ready, will the answers come. Only when you are ready will the answers come. I missed a word. When the time arrives, seek serenity, for she will guide you through the confusion. Joy says, you stand at the crossroads of many possibilities. There is a lightness in the force, an energy that uplifts the spirit and brings clarity. Embrace this moment and let it guide you forward. But remember, the force is more than joy alone. It is a balance. When the time comes, seek serenity, for she holds the wisdom to guide you on your path. All right, Serenity, I think I'm ready. You have followed the call, stepped beyond time, and now you stand at the threshold of truth. I heard your voice. It led me here. Because you were ready, the Force whispers to those who listen. You have walked the path of many before you, and now we offer you what few have ever attained, the knowledge to transcend death itself, to live beyond death, not as flesh, but as essence. Through the forest, your spirit may remain, unbound by the limits of the living. When the moment comes, you may choose to become one with it, and yet return when you are needed. This is the final gift of the Force, I understand. But before you step forward, tell us, what have you learned on your journey? I have learned that the Force is balance, and only through understanding can we find peace. I have learned that those that are strong shape destiny, and the Force is a power to be wielded. Well, considering our light side choices and path, I think the first one's a little bit more appropriate. Balance, the way of the light, to surrender to the Force, to trust in its will, is to find true eternity. Do you accept this path? Yes. Then take this robe, a symbol of wisdom and serenity, and with it the knowledge to become one with the Force and return when the galaxy calls. We unlock the ability Force Ghost, and this instance will close in 300 seconds. And we also got a rug. We gotta turn into a ghost before we leave, right? That's just kind of like the rule. Is it under other? There she is. Elder Vum Volimo. She's now one with the Force. Wow. Well, this is fun, isn't it? Obviously, won't throw this up on the thumbnail of the video, but for my own records, yeah, it's been pretty rad. Stormy here can't say anything. Damn, sorry to hear that, Barrels. When will we see Grogu? Maybe one day when they do the Mandalorian update. I'm sure playable Moon are something that Ryan really wants, but damn, that's a bitch. Yeah, I do feel like they stretched the limitations of the engine with this one for sure. There's some very impressive scripting here, as well as a lot of cool effects that some might be new, some might be finagled. But yeah, this entire experience has been definitely the most unique of I think the Legends content update so far. Bespin was very cool, but for a different reason than this is. This feels much more like a scripted kind of like driven experience, where Bespin was a bit more like, hey, here's a new world to go run around explore, and there's some quests if you want to do here, and we have some other content. So yeah, I really enjoyed this theme park. We still have more to do, so we're not done yet. But that's I think the end of the main part of the theme park, because we even got our badge. I guess it's under the professions category. Yep, there it is. Veteran Elder Jedi. You have acquired the distinction of Elder Jedi. The Master Politician badge, or the Elder Politician badge goes under here too. I'm twice as old. I'm an Elder Politician and Jedi. All right, well, I think we've hung out here long enough. We will leave the Wills. I don't think they have anything else to say. They all say the same thing, which is, oh no, they say different stuff. Let me populate the chat box, because we're going to get kicked out of here soon. Sadness says, your choice is a heavy one, but is yours to bear. The Force has a way of guiding us through our burdens, and through sorrow, wisdom is gained. Walk your path, and may the weight of your choice lead you to strength and understanding. Confusion says, your choice has been made, and with it, the fog begins to lift. The way is no longer unclear, but you must walk it with patience. The Force reveals itself in time, and now your path will unfold. May you find the clarity you seek. Serenity says, your journey is complete. The knowledge is now yours. There's nothing more to be said. The past has already been written, the future yet to unfold. But all is seen through the Force. Go now and walk the path you have chosen. Joy says, you have chosen, you have chosen, and your path is now set. Know that the Force is with you, and in every moment it will guide you toward the peace and understanding. May your spirit remain light. And I'll finish this thought after the loading screen. There we go. May your spirit seem light and your journey be filled with clarity. Anger says the path you have chosen is not without its trials. The Force can be a weapon and your strength will be tested. But remember, true mastery comes not from domination, but from restraint. May the storm within you be your ally, not your enemy. Cool, that's we get put back outside the Light Jedi Temple, which is exactly where I wanted to be. Let's go find out why. Now that we're Jedi Elder status, we have some paths forward unlocked for us as maybe some other goals to set. So let's first talk about the thing that gets unlocked once you're an Elder Jedi. If you come back to the Light Jedi Temple, head back into the Archives room, where we talk to Master Quinn, there's Master Nardis here, who I alluded to during the end of the first part, and we speak with him. He says, "How can I help guide you today, Master? I am looking to further my studies in the Force. Then your journey will take you far from here. To access the secrets of the Force, you must do what only few can in this day and age. Collect pure, unrefined Kyber. I shall do it. What must I do? Far from here is a cave filled with pure Kyber. Go there and search for a suitable crystal. You can attune to yourself. I will go there now, Master Nardis. Be safe out there, Master." And we get finding the Kyber Crystal. Master Nardis has instructed you to find and collect an untuned Kyber Crystal. And we will accept that. Go to the Forest Crystal Cave, which it looks like... Master Nardis has sent you to the Kyber Cave on Naboo. Didn't he say not far from here? I know, he did say it is far from here. Then he's right. Alright, we are here at Naboo, and our quest updated once we got here to collect Kyber Crystal 0 out of 10. If you've done your profession quests, the ones that you get from examining items, or inspecting items that you get from leveling up your Jedi, then you'll likely recognize this location, but it's out here. And this cave was updated visually as part of the theme park update. But let's head in and start finding some Kyber crystals to nab. Here's a jagged rock crystal formation. That counts. All right, so it looks like we're looking for those formations. We can't just grab any old crystal, it looks like. So you'll see these crystalline structures. They don't count. That's probably for something else. You're looking for those jagged formations. Like this one. I do like the decoration they did in here. Makes it a much more colorful place to be. Huh. Why does this one crystal formation not count? Strange. Yeah, Bros Legends has added a lot of unique content, and while sometimes it takes a while to get here, like this one, they definitely like adding custom content. Alright, we're coming up on our last jagged crystal formation. None feel right. With each Kyber crystal you have harvested, none of them seem to be usable and have shattered within your hands. Feeling the frustration, you attempt to calm yourself, closing your eyes and reaching out with the Force. Listening and feeling all living things between you, the crystals, the plants, the rocks, and the Nargalach that roam the cave. You feel a wave of energy as if a river has been flowing between you and a distinct crystal. Suddenly you hear a whisper in the Force. I am one with the Force, and the Force will guide me. You open your eyes with more clarity and connection to the Force. Return to the central chamber. Okay. So that's why this formation didn't interest me, because now it does. As you draw to the crystal formation, the Force seems to echo louder through it, as if calling you closer, as if it's saying, found its home. As you collect the Kyber crystal, you feel an overpowering feeling of relief come from the crystal. The crystal begins to go, oh, hold on, I got cut off by me. It's me again. This is why I didn't pop buffs, gamers. I had a suspicion that this might happen again, so now we're gonna pop buffs and kick my ass. So I did open with a Saber Block and Reflect to give me a little bit of a reprieve to activate all those buffs. Oh wait, she has my buffs now. Oh, apparently saving my buffs doesn't work. She copies them anyways. The cheater. They're just flashing constantly. Oh, that's wild. Dang you, Legend devs. Even copies my block and reflect. So rude. Man, maybe I shouldn't block and reflect. Currently, I'm in the Duelist set. I think if you were in Guardian set, this would be more annoying. Because at least I have like the parry reduction from the Duelist set, so I can hit myself easier, as strange as that sentence sounds. But we defeated her. Let me go back and finish reading that system message that appeared when I clicked the crystal. As you collect the Kyber Crystal, you feel an overwhelming feeling of relief coming from the crystal. The crystal begins to glow as you feel the essence of the crystal and yourself starting to become one. Your fear, your hate, your anger appears and to dissipate from you. Suddenly you begin to feel cold, very cold, as you begin to see your breath in the air as you breathe out. You turn only to find a manifestation of yourself standing there, ready to attack. Through the force, you hear a distant voice, only what you take with you. It's a reference to episode 5. I have to meditate at the crystal now. All right, after a short meditation, we return to Master Nardus. I think the reason they make it a meditation is to make sure that, like, you can't just grab it and run away. Because you can't meditate. Your meditation will get interrupted if you're struck with damage. You can meditate during combat. You just can't be taking hits. Yo, that Nargalash wants to fight? That's wild. I'm gonna try and spare it. For its sake. Alright, as we return to Master Nardus, the quest just completes. And now we have an untuned Kyber Crystal and 75,000 credits. Thanks, Master Nardus. A small Kyber Crystal found within the Crystal Cave can be used to trade with Master Nardus for color crystal shards. So if we speak with Master Nardus, he says, how can I help you? If you say, I'm looking to go further in the forest, you must wait until tomorrow before you can collect more Kyber, Master. I understand. So it looks like you can repeat that quest every 24 hours to get another one of these. And if we speak with him and say, do you have anything available for me to use, Master Nardus? Yes, I have some color crystals available. If you would like to take a look at what is available, yes, show me what you have available. These are the color crystals that are currently available. This inventory changes based on the time of the year. There are 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. The listings right now are for summer. So these special color crystals that have specific, like, unique names like hot pink, sienna, plum, sky blue, sea green, medium aquamarine, goldenrod, orange, and coral. Those are the unique summer offerings. The other color crystals that are more standard colors, such as red, purple, blue, green, yellow, and orange, are always available regardless of the time of year. If you go to the SWG Legends wiki and just look at the Master Nardus's page, you'll see the inventory available for spring and summer. Now, these are tradable, I believe, so I think you could purchase and trade them maybe. Alternatively, you could just wait and see, or wait next year. And they do cost a lot of tokens, but they're all the same cost. It's one of those untuned Kyber crystals, and then it's 5 of every instance token. So this could be a good goal to work towards for your saber customization. Now, the keen eyes in the audience are going, but Burrito, it just has a blade color. There's no heat elemental. How are you supposed to use it? Well, we will use it via the crystal merging process. Let's go see an example of that. All right, we're back at the Jedi Shrine. I decided to pick up one of those special color crystal shards from Master Nardus after turning in my untuned Kyber crystals. So I picked Dark Sea Green. And I'm going to be changing my Alia's Exile from, it's a nice red, but into a Dark Sea Green, and then we're going to go check it out. So what we're going to do is, with both of them in our inventory and with the Color Crystal Tune, I'm going to right-click this color crystal. I'm going to say Merge Crystal Color, and I'm going to get this pop-up window here. That, if you had more than one in your inventory, obviously it'd be a list, but we just have this one. So you have Dark Green, Sea Green, and Highlight. We're going to click OK. And then, boom, now my Alia's Exile is, definitely different looking. Let's go check it out. All right, we're at a dummy here, and I put the crystal back into my lightsaber, as we can see here. Boom, Alia's Exile. With that red background, it kind of blends in with the power crystals. Let's check it out. Whoa. That's brighter than I thought. It's kind of more like a dim sea green. Interesting. Huh. What's the vibe check on this one, everybody? It's like barely green. It's kind of like the inside of a cucumber. Real talk. Yeah, I'm not. I was kind of hoping it would look darker than sea green, but honestly, it looks less green than sea green. It's more like pale sea green. You know what I mean? It looks okay. Like if it matches my fit. I was just hoping it'd be more green. Now that we've seen an example of merging colors, let's talk about changing elements. So with me right now, I have a Blackwing Crystal. You get this from defeating the Undead Raid Core in the Quarantine Zone, and it's a 5% acid element. Now to change this, we're going to need to biolink it to ourselves, so let's do that and tune it. Alright, so now that the crystal's tuned, I can now modify its element by right-clicking it, and you'll notice that I have Force Merge Crystal Elemental. Let's click that. So in this list, you'll see that I only have one option despite having 2 crystals in my inventory. I have a luminescent and a glowing. And the reason you cannot use a luminescent is because it's 6%. When you're changing the element of your color crystal, it's like for like. So if you're changing a 5% crystal in my case, you need to use a 5% shard. You cannot upgrade a 5% to a 6%. However, you also can't downgrade a crystal either. So you can't turn a 6% into a 5% or a 6% into a 2% common color crystal. But right now we have 5% acid. Let's say I need an electricity crystal and I don't like Bane's Heart. So we're going to do okay on this. It's been successfully merged. And now we see that my Blackwing is now an electricity element. It'll have the same color as Blackwing normally does, but does 5% electricity now. Now that we see merging color shards and merging higher percent elemental crystals, let's get to the type of crystal merging you're probably going to be doing the most if you engage with this system, which is merging common color crystals. Now, like I mentioned earlier, when we are merging the Blackwing, there are 2% or shimmering shards. The way you get the shimmering shards is if you take a color crystal like this yellow cold elemental type, tune it to yourself at the shrine, and then you'll have the option to extract crystal. Now, when we get extract crystal, we'll get a pop-up that'll say the crystal will be destroyed. Are you sure you want to do this? We'll click OK. And now we get a shimmering crystal. Now, you'll notice that this is electricity instead of cold. That's because when you extract from a crystal, the elemental type is randomized. So just because I extracted from a cold doesn't mean I'm going to get a cold shimmering crystal. Now, let's say that electricity is fine. I want to change this red crystal from heat to electricity. I'm going to tune it to myself. Now the crystal is tuned, and now we're going to right-click it, and we're going to do Merge Crystal Elemental. And then we're going to select that shimmering crystal shard that we have in our inventory, hit OK, and it looks like it was successfully merged based on the system message, and if I look at it now, it is now definitely electricity instead of heat. Now, the reason I'm saying you're going to engage with this process the most is because during this process, this can fail, or it can have a chance to produce a rare color crystal. There are 2 of them in the game. One is called Ahsoka's Purity, like this one that I got from merging. It took me like 10 or 12 attempts to get, and all I was doing was extracting those 2%, and then I was putting them in another 2%. I've heard that luck improves this process. I've also heard that using higher percent elementals does. Personally, I haven't seen anything to prove any of that, so I just go out and we just ball. And it worked for me. The other one you can get is color crystal themed to Bindus, which is more of a grayish color. But these crystals are fairly rare, and they're probably the main reason you want to do this. And if you don't get the merge and you don't really care about keeping this crystal, what I recommend doing is just destroying it. Who cares? If the merge fails, you should be able to extract from that crystal or reattempt the merge later. But if you successfully merge an elemental crystal like that, you can't do anything else with that crystal. But that is the crystal merging process. Good luck if you're trying to pull one of the rare ones, and enjoy changing the colors of your blade. So now I'm here with Loisia Starkos at the trade outpost on Dathir because, you know, I went light side and I picked the Arbiter robe, and it is pretty neat. But, like, you know, what if I want the darker robe for some other drip? Or maybe I want the stats on the other robe because that robe has luck and precision instead of agility and strength. Well, you can replace your robe. You can't have both Elder Robes at the same time, but you can replace them by starting the quest by speaking with her. And she says, "That's an interesting robe, if I may say so myself." Stop peeking into my backpack. How is that any of concern of yours? Yours is looking a bit ratty. It is very special to me. I may just be able to get you a replacement. Of course, you would have to do me a favor in return. I am listening. There are some pieces I need collected. You will need to travel quite a bit to retrieve them all for me. All right, I'm in. I'll upload the relevant information to your datapad. It's still even a level 80 quest, replacing my robe. This quest might be familiar to some people, so now we have to retrieve artifacts, which she doesn't appear to give us waypoints to. She just says, here's the relevant information, and yeah, just go get them, I guess. Yeah, somewhere in the area of the temple, the graveyard, the Forsaken Flail Battle, Great Kimogilla Skeleton, Duloc Village in Endor, Giant Temple Ruins on Dantooine. Yeah, okay. This these will look familiar once we get there. Should we just go and list orders, start with Exar? We'll do that. So we're here at the Temple of Exar, and it looks like she did give us some waypoints to relevant areas, but they don't go exactly to the relics that we need. However, these relics should look familiar to some of you if you've probably seen them around. The first one's right here in the river. We go over, pick it up, and there's our first relic. I guess we'll do the graveyard next. All right, we're here in the Great Graveyard. I'm coming in the backside. Looks like the waypoint is actually towards the front, however, which might be where this thing is. I don't fully remember. But we'll just drive by these big boys. I'm sure they won't mind of me going through their area. Their dying lands. The area beyond where the light touches, right? I think I drove over this. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh no, a dragon. Anyways, we're gonna just pick up this relic and we're gonna skedaddle. I don't feel like doing population control right now. So let's head to Talus. All right, we're approaching the Coruscant Flail battle outside Nashville. For some reason, this ended up here. Even though I don't know if this area is force related at all. There it is, right next to this tree. Very cool. How's the battle going, guys? Are you winning? Some Corsac hanging out. And the flails are it looks like they're deadlocked. I suppose we'll check in with this again in the future. Maybe there'll be a change. All right, we're at the Great Skeleton, the Chemo Skeleton, which we've been here a few times now. But here's our next relic. Let's grab that and then head over to Endor. Endor. All right, we're here at the Duloc Village, which is like near the Ewok Tree Village, kinda. And there's some rebels hanging up front. What are you guys doing here? Do you guys have an ancient relic anywhere? Oh, right, I came here before for the LD1. Oh, there it is. Excuse me. I'll just grab that. What's that datapad? Oh, it's a collection. If you can't hit me, you can't stop me from reflecting. Or from picking that up. Cool. Yeah, it's not the act of combat that stops you from collecting, it's taking damage. So if you're a Jedi and have a really high parry rating, like most light side Jedis do, if you just pop, block, and reflect, most NPCs, especially lower levels like that one, are not going to be able to hit you. Anyways, let's go get the last one on Dantooine. We're at the Jedi ruins on Dantooine, and our last relic is around here somewhere. I think it's over here. I know I've seen it before. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's on the exterior of this raised platform. All right, let's go back to Loisaya and see what she's got next. All right, we're back, and she says, "It's good to see if you returned safe. I see that you have brought what I asked for. Now, just give me your robe, and we will proceed with the next steps." Oh, okay, so we gotta whoop. Buy Elder Robe. Oh, complete. And then she says, "Thank you for the robe. You are now ready to walk the path. Would you like a shuttle ticket for a direct fight to Yavin, the Temple Leader 4? I can get you a ticket for a mere 50,000 credits." So basically, you can now go redo the old path quest that I did earlier. So we'll just go back to Light Jedi Temple. I'm a cheapo though, so we'll just go use a travel head. All right, so we're back at the Light Jedi Temple, and our quest is updated to the old path, and we hear the mysterious voice again. So I'm gonna, for those watching on YouTube, I'm gonna cut this to the end, where we go replace the robe, because it's the same thing again. If anything funny happens in between, like maybe I'll try to do something different, but I think we just have to go through this same quest again and then pick at the end which one we want. So here we go. Oh, this queue for the new heroics? No. You have to do the no heroics to get here. What? Oh, there's a wall here. You can't skip the orb. Oh, I didn't know that. I tried to just blitz past the orb, but I ran into a wall. They put a wall up here. So you have to actually listen to the orb. Interesting. Oh, there's the orb. Can I run past the orb? No, there's a wall right here and right here. So we must listen to the orb. So this is what I was wondering. I'm wondering if the portal out is closed because I didn't watch the other cutscenes, because I went straight to the exit. And I knew this might happen, but I wanted to verify for the sake of everybody. I'm sure somebody already knows what happens here, but oh, I actually went to the other dead end. Oh, wait. No, this is where I exited last time. So did they make the first one the dead end and the second one the way you're supposed to go? Okay, well, let's go back. All right, so I'm at the end of the this platform. Now the glowing response. Yeah, so last time this is where I saw the Legends ending. And now it's over here. So I think you have to walk to both ends. Unless I'm just misremembering. But I didn't have to watch all of the other scenes. So if you are just doing this again to change the robe, you shouldn't be... It shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Okay, let's go see the Wills. Okay, I'm back. Now I just gotta wait for them to show up again. So this is where you pick the robe. So the top ones, obviously, we picked that one before. Light side, you can say, I've learned that those are that are strong shaped destiny, and the force is a power to be wielded. She says, power, the way of the dark. Even in death, strength endures. To bend the force, to impose your will upon it. It is to defy the end itself. Do you accept this path? Yeah. Then take this robe, a mantle of strength and domination. With it, the power to persist beyond the veil, to never fade, to never be forgotten. And now we have the oppressor robe, which is the other flavor. But basically, yeah, same thing, same proccing effect. It's just now you have 250 luck and 250 precision instead of the 250 agility and strength. So different strokes, different strengths. But that's the Jedi theme park, everybody. I don't think I missed everything. Thanks for being along for this journey. I'll likely do some more stuff with my Jedi for a little bit. But we might be going back to officer or maybe trying a different profession and doing a few other things. Let me know if you do the theme park, what you think of it, or what do you think of just watching this and the work Legends done. I think the theme park overall is very cool. It's a great addition to the server. And I'm hoping future content uplifts story-driven narratives for other professions as well. You know, officer theme park when. Anyways, say bye to the Wills, everybody. Bye, Wills. Enjoy your pumpkin house.